Welcome to another episode. Let's talk about it. My name is Quiz.
Big EJ.
Today we're going to talk about Kyle Lowry, breaking down another resume. We're going to see if Kyle Lowry is a Hall of Fame or not. So I'm coming from the case I got Kyle Lowry as a Hall of Famer. I mean, personally, if you think about Kyle Lowry, his team wins, man. Ever since he left Houston and he went to Toronto, they've been winning. So he had multiple 50-plus win seasons that I think he's the catalyst for. He's one of the main reasons. Even if the years somebody was going to say, oh, DeRozan carried him. The numbers don't show that. Kyle Lowry's either 1 point less than DeRozan or whatever. But Kyle Lowry's running the team. He's up there in assists. He's scoring just as much. So I think there was a duo. They're actually a duo they did together. So they both get props for that. You're talking about, oh, Kawhi carried them. All right, Kawhi left this year. 53 and 19 in the East. I mean, they still back at it again. So I think at some point you got to look at him and say, all right, this dude is leading these teams. He's a leader for them, that team, man. Even without DeRozan, even without Kawhi, they still winning.
Even though the year without Kawhi, your boy stepped up this year. That's why they won. On top of that, they got Gasol.
So you need somebody. But Gasol had it down here. You have it down here this
And
year.
then you got what's it called step up for this year?
Who?
Pull that short up from last year.
Van Fleet?
No, not yet. Van Fleet.
Yeah, Siakam.
And Siakam, they both stepped up this year.
Yeah,
they both stepped up big time.
Yeah, you need that though. You need a good team. I ain't saying he not on good teams, but when you look at the leader, because he's the ones making the All-Star teams, so they see it as well. You know, he not. The East got some point guards. They ain't a slouch with point guards. They got about a good 3 or 4. That, you know, for him to be making it, you look at the team success, like, okay, this dude is a catalyst for the team. Got a gold medal. That they look at that when they talk about entering the Hall of Fame as well.
Got a gold medal.
Yeah,
he got a gold medal.
2016.
Yep, he got a gold medal.
Yeah, 2016. He had a gold medal 2016. He's a champion.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you talk about, he got what you need. He got it, man.
Yeah,
Like,
6-time All-Star.
6-time All-Star. Come on, man. Like 2-time division champ. Talking about team-wise. 4 51 seasons, 2 1 seasons at 45 plus. I mean,
I'm not ready to put him in the Hall of Fame category.
so why don't you put him in that Hall of Fame? Because he's 34 now. So I mean, if he ain't got it now, what's he?
My only knock with him, and again, that's just based off of everything that's happened this whole career, is that outside of the year they had Kawhi, anytime it came down to the big games, he's always fallen short of being, or excuse the term, a choke artist, so to speak, when it came to the big games. Like every time in the East, they will get there. They can get there to the semifinals, to the Eastern Conference Finals, but when it's time for him to show up, him and DeRozan. It wasn't just him by himself. Him and DeRozan would disappear. They would fall
Who
short.
they lose to?
Huh?
Wrong.
The GOAT. All right then. So if you keep losing, they kept losing to the GOAT.
Not every year they lost to LeBron.
I know, but
Not every year. Just the last 3 years LeBron was in Cleveland, they ran
that's
up.
3. That's 3. That's 3
But
years.
but how long he's been in Toronto though?
But like 5, 6 years. He was
Yeah.
crazy that long. He's been like 5,
So
6
what
years.
was he doing the years LeBron was in that Cleveland?
Building chemistry.
Really? Really?
Honestly, like, I agree with everything you just said, and that was always my knock on him until last year. He did step up.
Oh no! Last year was the first year. I said it was the year that Kawhi was there. I said outside the year that Kawhi was there.
Yeah, but he stepped up and made big shots and had big plays.
Warriors, they don't win
on
that big
offense,
Warriors, but yeah.
on offense and defense.
So then what?
So I always
So are you going to attribute that to him, the coach, or Kawhi?
him.
Yeah,
He made the
showed
plays.
up.
He made the shots. He gotta make the plays. He gotta make the shots. So
I gotta see.
like I said,
I gotta see when these playoffs start this year with him, because to see if that was just a fluke of having Kawhi on the team, or is that actually him showing that he's finally ready to take that next step.
But then you got to be like, all right, but what do you expect from him? Because he's not a scoring point guard like the rest of these are. So I don't expect in the playoffs him to jump up to 25 points a game.
I don't expect him. I don't expect high production. I just don't expect you to choke when the ball's in your court. I mean, he has caused key turnovers at crucial points in the game.
right.
So it's not
Until
just
last year.
right. It's not just the fact that he's not scoring. He's made mistakes that has cost him his chance at a championship, or even his chance just to win a crucial game. It's not just the scoring part. He has made mistakes.
Okay. All right, cool. If we go by that, you could say he made some mistakes. He had some in there. But, I mean, if you're talking about 2018, in that year they did lose to the Cavs that year. He averaged 17, 8, 50% from the field.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good. I mean, he ran into somebody, ran to Ron and them, and he lost.
Well, he ran in Kyrie, but that's the
Yeah, I mean, but see, he ran into LeBron and them. Everybody in the East lost that year. They wasn't going nowhere if he was in the East. I mean,
They had a chance too. Don't act like they didn't have a chance to beat him.
nah, they didn't. They lost every game. They had no chance. Nobody in the East had a chance. It was just they was gonna lose. Nobody in the East had a chance.
They were the top ranked team.
Now I always felt like
They're the top
same
ranked
thing.
team.
Every time it came to Bron, it did seem like Lowry and DeRozan shrunk,
They
but
shrunk.
also the coach. So I don't know if it was a combination of all three, because when they got Nick Nurse and they got Kawhi,
They got
everything
Kawhi.
changed. Everything changed.
But
And,
LeBron was the one in the East either.
but his play changed also.
But LeBron
for
was the
better.
one in the East.
Like I said, he didn't make those bad plays last year. He hit big shots. So I don't know if it was a combination. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with that case being made, he still has to come through and perform, which he did.
And for Toronto, you guarantee lock 45-1 plus. Got the gold medal. I don't know, man.
Just to me, his resume is not that crazy right now.
Individual awards, he does lack.
Right.
He does like that.
His resume is not that crazy right now. Like, outside of he got the championship, he's got the All-Star appearances. But other than that, that's it.
So do you weigh team success? Don't we weigh team success higher than individual?
I weigh team success higher than individual success. Wait a minute, no. If you're talking about the Hall of Fame, I gotta weigh your individual success more so than your team success.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We're talking about this is about you. It's not about the team. This is about you.
Right.
So, team success, like you could have played on the greatest team in the world, but if your individual success doesn't stack up, it don't matter.
Right, but it is about he got those individual things that kind of help him. I think the ring.
The
The
ring
gold medal.
and the All-Star thing is the only thing he got as far as individual
All right,
stats.
talk
And
about-
the gold medal. And the
Right,
gold
so
medal.
what I did for Toronto. He's the all-time leader in Toronto for assists, like you
Right.
said. Like he's
Right.
also all-time leader for Toronto in triple doubles.
Okay.
Toronto leader in 3-point field goals for just that one season, 2013-2014 for the record.
Right.
I mean, I think Kyle Lowry will make a case, man, because I think next year Toronto will win another 50 games. You're talking about 6 straight, almost like you're talking about a lot of
If he
6
gets
straight 45 plus
if he-
win seasons. That's a lot, man.
if he makes it, I don't think it's first ballot. There's no way.
All right,
Nah, I don't think I agree with that.
He,
He might not be first ballot,
I don't
but
think-
I see him making it.
I don't think he should make it unless I see some more individual stats from him. I don't think he should make it. Like Toronto naturally going to retire his number for everything he did for that franchise.
Yeah.
Naturally. But
well, I mean,
like individual stats, I'm just looking at like what he accomplished as a player, not just so much just as team success, but as his own individual success. Like there's really nothing that shows me that he was a dominant player in his position. Like he was a good or dominant player in his position.
he changed the landscape for Toronto. Man.
Oh, he did a great job. Right, he
yeah.
did a great thing for that franchise. That franchise
I
was
think he
great.
brings that toughness, that Philly grit to that team too.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's the heart of that team.
Yeah.
I think honestly he's the heart of that team for sure.
He might be.
Yeah, so, man, we talking about Kyle Lowry. I mean, wrote down his resume. I mean, I think he's a Hall of Famer. Do you think he's a Hall of Famer?
I agree.
You think he's a Hall of Famer?
No,
Still
not
no?
yet.
Still no? All right.
Still not yet.
All right, man. Y'all can debate it, man. It's another episode. Let's talk about it. Please.